Myself, Vodnala Shivalingam, a qualified NET JRF in Commerce. I am a verified educated Unacademy Plus platform as well as pre-platform for teaching to the UGC NET Paper 1 as well as Paper 2 Commerce in the English medium of instruction. And I've qualified Masters in Financial Accounting, the Commerce, MCOM Financial Accounting Specialization, NET JRF in Commerce and NET in Management, Telangana SET and Postgraduate Diploma in Business Finance, and Best Educator Awardee from the Unacademy for the best presentation of material across all the platforms together, all the categories together. And here having 4 years of experience, and recently latestly I uploaded a 3 hours marathon video before the commerce examination. From that video itself, from that 3 hours of video, almost 8 questions got covered in the examination of morning and evening shift of 4th of March. So that is what the impact we are doing it, guys. In a 3 hours we covered 8 to 10 questions, means so in a total batch course how much we can able to cover, you can imagine. So that type of quality and that type of estimated preparation we are going to have it in our.
So in the square of opposition and syllogism, we are having this topic, that is quantity distributed undistributed concept is there. They are hitting the questions from here also, this portion. So which one is distributed, which one is not distributed in AEIO? AEIO statements in the square of opposition we are having. A, all, universal positive or universal affirmative statement, and E, universal negative, which is no statement, and I, universal particular affirmative, which is positive, I, that is some, and O is some not, which is particular negative in nature. These 4 based propositions, whether it is distributed or not, we have to know, right? So for that only this simple trick, all statements always subject will get distributed. Okay, subject distributed. Matlab subject is distributed means predicate is undistributed. Predicate is undistributed. What is distributed, undistributed, that we can discuss separately if you don't know. Right. So here E matlab none statement. E matlab no statement. This no statement. B matlab both subject and predicate. Both will get, both subject and predicate get distributed. EB. Right? ASEB. And IN. IN is an sum, particular affirmative statement. This sum will be N matlab none. None will be none, that is neither subject nor predicate. None will be distributed. Means both are undistributed. So both undistributed. Right? And here O is an sum not, particular negative. P matlab only predicate distributed. Means subject is not distributed or undistributed. Only predicate distributed. Right, by? So A, S, E, B, I, N. All subject distributed. None or no, both distributed. I, N, some neither will be distributed. Some will be, both will not be distributed. And O, some not will be only predicate distributed, subject will be undistributed. Chalo. Next. 4 simple rules of syllogism is there. Based on that, you can able to answer. 4 rules of syllogism. Number 1. Hungry. So that is, from any positive statement, we cannot move towards a negative conclusion. Number 1 is that from any positive statements, that is either all or some. Any positive matlab, these are the only 2 possible positive statements. We cannot, from this we cannot come to negative conclusions. Rule number 1. Correct? Huh? So can I say like this? A plus I, both are A plus I, both are positive statement. It must be I, positive only. And I plus A must be I only, that must be a positive one. But this A plus and I plus A should not give O or E. That is what the statement number 1. All and some case, it must give the sum only, and that to positive conclusion only will come. There should not be any negative conclusion. And second rule is that to get negative conclusion, there must be a minimum 1 negative premises. At least 1 negative premises required, or the statement required. Right? In order to get a negative, any negative conclusion, in order to get any negative conclusion, you must and should require a minimum to minimum 1 negative premises is required. Then only you can come to conclusion. Like I would say, can I say this one as A plus O can give you O or E. This is up to that based on statement. This is 1 negative is there. Yes, negative conclusion is possible. I plus O. Based on that O you can get it. This is 1 positive, 1 negative. You can get it. And I plus E. Based on this also you can get negative conclusion, because minimum to minimum 1 negative is available over here. So that you will get a negative conclusion. And third one is that if both the statements are particular, no conclusion can be drawn. If both the premises are particular, that is I plus O, no conclusion, and O plus I, no conclusion. These are the 2 cases. If both the premises are particular, then no conclusion. That's what. Okay. Last one is that if both the conclusion is negative, then no conclusion can be drawn from the given premises. If both conclusion is negative, if both premises are negative. From the both are negative, that is E plus O. I told you this situation. E is negative, O is negative. Right, from this no conclusion can be drawn. All are doubtful only. And O and E, when both are negative, no conclusions can be drawn over here. No conclusion can be drawn from the given premises. Negative plus negative, actually it should give a positive one, but no conclusion is possible. Right, but these are the 4 rules of the syllogism where you can apply and get the answer without even requiring the Venn diagram. You can able to get the answer. Right? No universal conclusion by this is no universal conclusion. General conclusion you cannot draw. So next one, as we discuss this one now, let us try to complete one thing. Standard form meaning which will be useful in the moods and figure. Major part in moods and figure is that standard form. What is standard form? Standard form. So here actually standard form matlab, I will read out the statement, look at. In standard form, the subject of the conclusion must come from. Standard form is a form which is subject of the conclusion. From minor premise or major premise? Minor premise. The minor premise means which is premise number 1 or premise number 2? Number 2. Number 2. Okay. And predicate of the conclusion from major premise. Which is number 1 statement. Predicate of the conclusion must come from the major premise, that is number 1. Now, middle term should not be present in conclusion. These are the 3 simple statements or rules need to remember to call it as a standard form. Subject of the conclusion from the minor premise, which is number 2 statement. Predicate of the conclusion from the major premise, which is premise number 1. Middle term should not be present in the conclusion, right? So now let us take the example. All boys are handsome. Okay. First statement, all boys are handsome. All boys are all handsome are girls, let's say, just for the sake of understanding, or else why to take this exceptional example? But let us take the normal one only. All roses or else all blue are roses and all roses are red. And all red are blue. Yes. Any example? Now you read it. Subject of the conclusion from the minus premise. This is the subject of the conclusion. Is it there from the minor premise? This is the subject of the conclusion, right? Is it there from the minor premise? Yes. It is there. This is minor premise. This is major premise. This is number 2, number 1. Minor premise, major premise. Subject of the conclusion from the minor premise. And predicate of the conclusion from major premise. Yes, sir. Predicate of the, this is predicate, this is subject. Predicate from the major premise, premise number 1. Subject is from the minor premise. And middle term is a term which is present in both. Which is present in both of the statement but not in conclusion. Whether roses is there in conclusion, but this is present in both of the premise number 1 and 2. Then this is called as an standard form type of a argument and the conclusion.
So Ignite batch course, which is a complete course on paper 1. Paper 1, all the 10 units will be covered. Proper theory explanation and theory explanation linking with the previous year questions will be there. Everything in a detailed version, because these are complete courses, not the revision courses. In a detailed version we will do. Total 10 units of the paper 1 by me and Niharika ma'am is going to be there in this batch course. So starting from the March 10th for the paper 2 commerce, 5 units by me, 5 units by Niharika ma'am. Total comprehensive coverage of the paper 1 and paper 2 in a detailed version, inculcating the previous year question concepts as well as previous year questions. Basis will be the explanation, and explanation will be easy understandable language of the English, where Hindi medium students can understand and any regional language students can easily catch our words, because that type of basic level we are going to use it in this. But having understood, every concept will be covered. So chart wise presented material, properly concise, prepared well. If you join into this course, you no need to refer any other books also. Just blindly you can follow us. So use the invite code Shiva Live to unlock the maximum discount as per the Unacademy offers. Whatever the offer Unacademy gives, you can use this code to get that offer. Shiva Live, SHIVA is the code you need to enter for getting the Unacademy Plus or Iconic subscription. Not only NTA UGC NET, any category you can use the same code.